Guess who is back? It's FPS, baby. We're back, I'm back, you're back. And today, we are going racing. And if I could find the live stream, that would be absolutely amazing. A, B, C, D, E, F. FormulaPlayStation is not live apparently, even though I am live on the channel. Like the stream is live. Can someone chuck the link in the chat, please? Because you know that would do me an immense favour. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope you're having a good day. I am. We're here for Belgium. It's round number 6, which honestly shocks me. I thought it was like round number 2. Well, actually, I thought it was 4. But you know. Yeah. Anyway, how's everyone's day going? My day is doing pretty awful, but hopefully the race here at Belgium does not. There we go, it's live. I can now go through the comments. Welcome to Funky. Ooh, Trench. Fuck. No, it's not Italy. It's not Italy. Trench. It's not Italy. I can confirm it is not Italy. Yeah. Can confirm we're not at Italy. We are at Belgium. My mistake completely. I accidentally didn't delete Italy from the last stream I did. So yeah. Fuck. Trench, do you mind like sorting that out, please? Because yeah, I'm a bit too stupid to do that. Also, I just can't be asked to log in on my iPad. I don't think you'd want that either. I might have to subscribe to some weirdo. Ah. Yeah, if you when you're free, obviously, if you can do that, that'd be great. Leave all to Trench, because Trench is a lad. Now let's do a load. Oh, for fuck me, it's raining. Please don't be like this in the race. Well, it's like everyone's gonna be qualifying on some intermediates. Which means this is going to take even longer. Actually, it's not if it's just the quali. So let's go to FormulaPlayStation to get the standings. Because, you know, who doesn't want to read the standings? I mean, I do. Not really, but jokes. Season 2. We'll get there eventually. Standings. Here we go. So who's the first person out? It's probably... Is that Trench or Hotshot? Oh, no, it's on TTV. I think it was actually Digital Mode. No, it's Trench. Hotshot, I don't fucking know who it is, man. Whoever's the furthest out, I'll just go watch them. So it's Steel Crusher currently. Oh no, Brown. Brown is the furthest out, so we'll watch Brown. Anyway, we raced in first with 103 points. Trench in second with 89. Brown in third with 66, Lightning Poker fourth with 50, Crazy Trooper and Buttons back tying for fifth and sixth with 44, Robin seventh, Digital Motor eighth, True Grosjean who hot shots out and Crazy Trooper got disqualified. Oof. Yeah, True Grosjean who's renamed himself Sankey You're Dead. So yeah. Neyman in 10th with 12. Golob in 11th with 11, King Kodge in 12th with 9, Luke Vessel 13th with 7, Jupiter X in the 14th with 4, TTV in 15th with 2, Steel Crusher in the 16th with 1, and then we have like 4 other drivers who just don't have points. As for constructors, Mercedes first, Red Bull second, Ferrari third. Oh no, sorry, Williams first, Red Bull second, Ferrari third, Mercedes fourth, Toro Rosso fifth, Renault 6th, Alfa Romeo 7th, Haas 8th, McLaren 9th, and a Racing Point in 10th. And I literally just closed my window as in like the browser window for FormulaPlayStation, and now I can't fucking do it. Dry race, whoop whoop. There's a Luke Vettel apparently just smashed it, so big oof to him. Anyway, yeah, Trench, if you are watching this, I do ask if you could just change the name. Oh boys, after this, I'm actually gonna go leave. After this stream, I'm actually going back to Civ 6 and then go watch some Trench HD 21 for some amazing FIFA 20 via Leverkusen career mode. Just saying. Belgium's a long race. It's like, ugh. Longest track on my calendar by far. In the wet, it's even worse. But yeah. We're here, as Luke Vettel just decides to yeet it out the session. Same old Lukey. Yeeting things as he likes. And I'm just sticking with Brown because I don't really know who else to watch. And yeah, there are people on laps, but Brown's, you know, 3rd place in the championship, currently doing well for himself. You know, not too far behind Trench and obviously our current championship leader, Reese, but also not too close either, so he's still in there. Still has a chance of winning and still could get quite a lot of points as T-Funky collides with King Kodge. All I'm going to say is oof. T-Funky's my boy, and you know, I'm always there for him, so yeah. So don't expect any times lower than a 155 today. I will just say that. At least in qualifying. Like, it's intermediate weather. You're just not going to see it. I mean, come on, let's be realistic. Actually, main round's out. Oof. Brown got 159. Maybe. It might happen. I'll watch the Jigsaw Motor next. That's a car on the wall. Fun times. Where's Golub's here just finishing his lap? As he will come through and set a 2-minute lap time, putting himself in 2nd place. Trench with an invalid lap. Reese coming through and also an invalid lap. The Jigsaw Moto currently going through on his lap as well. Button's back just starting his. All about Snake here dead here. He's down here. Okay, so we'll watch this boy. True Grosjean. I think the Jigsaw Moto should be coming across the line any second now as well. Well, True Grosjean does have wing damage, so actually there's no point really watching him. And yep, the Jigsaw Moto across the line with an invalid lap time. Across the line in invalid lap time. I wonder if... I don't know, True Grosjean's going into the bits, but not amazingly, I will add. To Funky, running out of ERS. As he's also making his way into the bits. So is King Kodge. Guess that means Button's back. Well, as well as Wee Reese and Trench. They're kind of the 3 guys on a lap currently, I'd say. Jigsaw Moto actually also on one as he got invalidated. So if the Ferrari's getting invalidated here, pretty much a Ferrari thing. I guess very much so Ferrari strategy in a nutshell. There's a yellow flag in sector 2/3. I don't know who it is. I mean, it's not Trench, I know that. As Trench will come in, I think this time is definitely slower than Brown's here. As Trench will come through for a 2-minute and 2-minute 3.0, going behind Golub. And clearly Trench has a drier setup on as Wee Reese goes pole with a 1:57.0. And oh my gosh, was that a good lap? Haha. Oh, Button's back. Almost binning it there. Very unlucky for him as he ends up setting a 205.3 due to that spin. Dark Knight's there. Lightning Poker also yet to set a lap, but he's just started his. Tafunky's just waiting for peeps. That's nice. I don't really know what people are kind of waiting for. It's just, yeah, you set your lap whenever you can. The track's not going to improve or, yeah, it's just going to be a track. That's what I like to see it, at least. Yeah, Luke, I can't invite you back. I am sorry. So, you kind of need to get someone else to invite you back. Not me. Oh, is the Jigsaw Motor actually set a valid lap time this time, or 1:59.4? Just a pretty good lap, to say the least. You know, he's in front of Brown. No, sorry, he's right behind Brown by 3/10. In front of Golub, in front of Trench, in front of Button. So, you know, I'd take that as a really big positive there. As Skull Crusher. Sorry, I just had to say it like that. It's kind of a name that you think sounds really scary, and then you just see them in a pink car, and you're like, not really that scary. Comes in and sets a 2-minute 3.5. So 5/10 off Trench's. Trench actually goes pole with a 1:56.9. You know, maybe we might see some 1:55s. Might. And if Trench can improve his lap time, then who knows? As Dark Knight comes through to set a 2-minute 3.7. 2/10 behind Skull Crusher. This Button's is back into the pits. Lightning Poker now. The American boy. 2 minutes and, well, 2-minute point 3. Very good. Oh, is it? You've just done a lap. Tafunky, where are you? Yeah, you're just starting a lap too. Don't know if there's anyone else really in any spot to watch a lap. I guess Snakey God will be the man we go and watch. Oh, but he's not using any ARS. Oh, it's T-Funky has retired from the session, sorry. So he is out of the question. Who else? Lightning Poker, not on a lap. Golub's on his out lap. Skull Crusher is holding up his ERS. And Dark Knight's just using it all up currently. Oof, Luke, that's just a big oof. Oh, it's a yellow flag in the third sector. Not sure who that is. One, two, three, four. T-Funky got a 5 crispy penalty, so may as well retire. Oh, and that's understandable. If you can't do the wets, and you've got a grid penalty, then just go and retire. Understandable. Dark Knight was just going into the pit. But thanks, Dark Knight. You're like a massive ass cock block there. As a true Grosjean will come across the line. Oh, TTV is just your. I mean, come on. Hey, so it's just an invalid lap, but like, seriously, why the fuck do people decide to block the pit lane? Like, you know, there's just a thing called being a twat. And whilst I know how to be a twat, that's one of the twat things you don't do. 2 disqualifications, how dare they? You know, at this rate, it's not even going to be a top 10 shootout, it will literally just be who doesn't retire first. Let's look at that, Brown putting himself in 3rd position. Did you also set a very nice lap time, I might just add. You know, don't want to pay full respects to them. Press F to pay respects. F. That wasn't even F, that was home. Oh, Luke Vessel's back. Wait, he's gonna set a lap. Oh wait, he's retired. Ah, the jokes. I'm so funny. Reese just started a lap. Brown halfway through on lightning poker near the end of his lap. Hi. And then Golob obviously coming through to set his lap. I'm not sure how different it'll be though. Still Crusher retires. Golob currently 2/7. Yeah, he's a little bit better. So here he goes. Golob Sekro. So 1 minute 59.6, putting himself into 5th place. As a Paradise, you need to DM me on PlayStation. I don't want to talk about other leagues in this league chat, thank you. So just DM me. Lightning Poker into the pits. Button's back, still on a lap. King Codge going back into the pits with barely any time to go set another lap. True Corrosion. 159 dead on. What the fuck's going on here then? Again, something tells you Brown's not about. Actually, I think Brown might be about to set a better time. Nope, he goes into the pits. Oh, Wee Reese also retired. Digixel Moto coming on to a lap. Golub not doing much. Button's back on a lap. Don't know how much better it is though. We'll have a check. As currently both sectors are better. Big improvements from the Red Bull driver. Can he go and beat Trench's pole time? My opinion, no he can't, but we'll wait and see. I think Trench might have pole here all to himself. But Button's back really going to have a go as he comes through and sets a 157.8 and goes just behind his teammate Brown to take 4th position off his bro. Anyone else on a lap? Nope, not really. And Digixel Moto is, so we'll just watch Digixel Moto. As we can see, the rain's not coming down as hard. So that's a good sign, I guess. I don't know why Trench is trying back out on an outlap. I mean, what's the point, Trench? What are you going to do? Just improve your lap time even more so it's even less beatable? Anyway, Digixel Moto. We're on with this man. He needs to be at 159. Currently looks like he will do so. As you can see, the first sector 7/10 quicker, second sector 8/10 quicker. If this doesn't go down to 157, I will be very, very surprised. Actually, I'm thinking against the 156s here. And it will be a 157.3. Ooh, just behind Reese. And also just a 10th in front of Brown. Now you see, I'd call that a crucial lap there from the Digixel Moto. Really pushing Alfa Romeo to its limits. As Golub seems to be on a lap here. Button's back is just enjoying a field day off track. I think it was just letting everyone past there. Same as Digixel Moto, who's letting Trench go for his lap. See Dark Knight on a lap, Golub on a lap. See if Golub's actually improved his second sector here. That's a first sector and second sector improvement. Ooh, and for his fastest lap, which is a 159.6. They are much better times. I think really Golub can get down to the 158s, even the 157s, depending on this third sector. And unfortunately, a track like Belgium, running a hot lap constantly doesn't really help you, but for Golub it might. He runs a little bit wide there, as it's a 159.2. It's an improvement, but not one to improve him up any positions. It just makes Dark Knight's job a little bit harder. Oh no, Dark Knight is into the pits. Button's back has retired as well. King Kodge, the last man not to set a lap. I mean, he's trying to get in front of these guys who haven't set a lap either. And most people have retired, and it's quite amazing, really. As Trench will be coming through to not. That's an improvement. That's an improvement on. Oh no. Trench pushing himself to 7 tenths in front of Reese in these wet conditions. I mean, if he's got a dry setup on and he's beating Reese by that much, then Reese's wet setup must be pretty amazing. Either that or, yeah, I don't really know. As Trench retires, we're staying on with King Kodge. He needs to set a lap. I think anything 2 minutes and above is a good lap. I definitely think that's possible for him. You know, it's only him and Lightning Poker left. He needs to make this lap count. As he comes down the final corner, through the bus stop chicane, and it is a it's nice, a 2 minute 0.4, 1/10 slower than Lightning Poker, who's looking like he's going to come back and improve his time as well, as he gets a 1:58.4. As here we have the final standings. It is Trench on pole, Reese in second to Jason Moto, followed by Brown, then Button, then Grosjean, then Golov, then Lightning Poker, King Kodge, Steel Crusher, Dark Knight, T Funky with 5 place 3 penalty, Luke Vessel, Hotshot, Mayo Man, Crazy Trooper, and TTV. Now, excuse me, I'm just going to go get a bottle of water because my voice does sound really awful right now. I am back. And the only water bottle I had was the one I used for today, which has like a centimetre of water in it. Fun times. Anyway, away we go for the formation lap. Barely full bottle falls over. So let's just have a look at everything here. So Trench has gone for the mediums, Reese, Jigsaw and Brown going for the softs. Button's back also going for the softs and being about a mile behind where he should be. So and his bro True Grosjean going for the mediums. Everyone down to Mayo Man, including Mayo Man, going for the softs. Crazy Trooper trying to play it tactically and go for the mediums. TTV with the softs, and T Funky also with the softs, starting from the back. So obviously the plan kind of would be softs to mediums, or mediums to softs if you like. So I think what the plan for Reese would be, at least, to really go out guns blazing on these softs, overtake Trench, get a big distance, and when he has to pit for mediums, he'll be able to use that as an advantage as everyone else is on the softs. So he won't really be coming back into traffic, he'll just come out behind Trench, and if it's not a big push, for him. Let's say it's a good 10-second lead. You know, it will be a pretty easy job when Trench pits for Reese to keep ahead, and then he'll just have the job of defending off Trench. But again, Trench also playing it smart, goodbye Luke, and having the opportunity to start on the mediums and, you know, go for the overcut. So it really could be anyone's game. Well, anyone's race. Crazy Trooper also trying the same thing. But obviously he'll be stuck in traffic, so if he's on mediums, he'll be at the same pace as these guys on the softs. Considering that we know Crazy Trooper is quite a fast driver. So for him, he'll be able to use the fact that he's on mediums to his advantage, and then fight with them without wearing them out too much, and then go on to the softs and overtake quite a lot of drivers. So it's a really good tactical game here that some of these drivers may be playing. I expect to see a few overtakes here and there into the first corner, but apart from that, all I want to see is fair racing. And I want to see how half these strategies work out, because I really think some of these drivers may do something quite spectacular. Anyway, we're waiting for the 5 red lights. There we go. 3, 4, 5, round number 8. FPS. Let's go. Ooh, dark light of a drive-through penalty. Reese off to a decent start, but Trench keeping the inside line as I move down the inside from the Jigsaw Moto. Oh, and there's a collision at the back. Jigsaw Moto losing out to Reese though. They're not going to go too wide into Eau Rouge. Golub has got in front of his teammate there as Still Crusher's been overtaken. Oh, he's almost lost it there at Eau Rouge. Oh, that's T-Funky into the wall and out of the race. Going side by side with his teammate Lightning Poker, as Lightning Poker does make the position up on a hot shot. And that is an unfortunate start for T-Funky as the Jigsaw Moto is into the barrier. I'm not sure what happened, but he is dropped all the way down, as he's now down to 15th. I mean, make it 16th if Dark Knight was able to make the overtake there. But it is Reese in first, Trench in second, Brown down to third. T-Funky, if you recorded that, send it to Trench, just saying. The Jigsaw Moto has retired. Ooh, so that's him and T-Funky both out at the start of this race. We're riding on board with Brown. You know, just trying to stay behind Trench currently. As another 2 drivers are out. F1 True Grosjean and I don't even know. King Hodge. Both out as well, as it's a virtual safety car. I think this is more or less saved Reese, kind of saved Reese. As a virtual safety cars, you can get away from the drivers behind. As you can see, Trench has gained about 5 tenths already on Brown. Reese gaining 2 tenths on Trench. Well, make that 8 tenths now. Oh dear lord, Reese has been able to get away. But there's still these yellow flags. Lightning Poker and Golub into the pits as well as Hotshot, Dark Knight and TTV. See Luke Vessel's AI doing quite well for himself. Oh no, lagged out, never mind, his speed. Oh no, his AI is still here. So we're back racing, and it looks like Trench and Reese have kind of got away with it here. I'm just going to check, is Luke Vessel's AI? Yeah, it's definitely an AI. Luke Vessel wouldn't take that kind of line. I know what Luke Vessel's like. Well, now we are down to 13 just after a lap. Ooh, we'll be down to 10 after another one. As here comes Mayo Man down the inside of Stole Crusher. It's not a place you want to make a move, but Mayo Man has. Stole Crusher's gone wide. Brown's overtaken Trench, and Trench got back in front. Reese 3 seconds ahead of them both, with Buttons back closing in as well. Brown has to make this move very, very soon. He needs to overtake Trench and get up to Reese. To be honest, if I was Trench, I would have also let this move happen. Brown may be the faster driver at this point, but he can be the man to pressure Reese. You know, Trench can just stay behind him with the DRS wide open. But, unfortunately, with what I'd call a very wild... Yeah, definitely wild Red Bull behind him, I'm not sure how effective that strat would be. Probably more effective than the mediums. If you didn't just hear me, I just did like a boom and ding sound with my legs. That really wasn't funny. Then, as we can see, the gap 3.3 seconds already. The next and the biggest gap, apart from the ones at the back. So ones in the top 10, like the biggest gap is 8.6 seconds to Mega Man and Crazy Trooper. It's a big difference between the two drivers. Trench, though, still trying to keep behind Brown, trying just to, you know, stay in the slipstream, stay within DRS range, and hope for the best. As TTV back into the pits yet again. A second pit stop. He must have crashed out the pit lane. As he's going to have to go hards to hards. There is no other choice for him. No, he goes Johnson on mediums? I mean, I don't know how you're going to take those to the end, son. Unless you've got to go mediums to softs, but TTV's main hope now, apart from the fact that he doesn't get lapped instantly, is that, you know, he can either A, take these mediums enough of a distance, or B, just hope that 3 other people somehow end their races. As it's turned lap 4 now, we might as well look at position changes. And the best race so far obviously has to be Crazy Trooper, with the worst unfortunately being the Jigsaw Moto, but Crazy Trooper has had a flying start and he's on the mediums. I mean, that's the amazing thing. My man is on the mediums and is 2 seconds behind this top 4 battle. You know, he started all the way down in 15th or 14th, I don't know. I can't do plus 10. Or minus 10, whatever. You know, and he's already just 2.1 seconds, 2.0 now, off Button's back. To me, that's honestly incredible. As Dark Knight goes back into the pits. Looks like a very unfortunate race for him and TTV. Yeah, join the club. Jujutsu Moto knows how it feels. I respect that. Oh, Luke Vessel's back in race now. That's a big shame. I mean, no, it's not. Golov's another massive surprise when he just sees Luke Vessel swerve out of nowhere. As we can see, Crazy Trooper is gaining on Button's back. It's not a big gain, but you know, he is gaining slowly. Quite slowly. I would say Crazy Trooper definitely has a chance to be in the top 10 here today. Not top 10, sorry, top 3. You know, if Brown or Reese mess up, I even think it could be a win for Crazy Trooper. Really, my opinion is it's him versus Trench for either the win or second place. As Golub's on the back of Luke Vessel. I think the DRS is open this lap. So yellow flying in sector 2. Is that TTV? Nope, it's not, which is honestly quite surprising. Was that an insult? Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. But anyway, Trench is 1.1 seconds behind Brown in front of him. The softs, I swear, don't wear that fast. I guess Trench just had a bad lap or so. But now he's able to conserve his tyres more. And with Brown going wide like that, it definitely does seem like Trench is the faster driver at the moment, and it could really prove that. And they're actually onto the main DRS straight as Luke Vessel and Stoll Crusher going side by side. Stoll Crusher forced wide. Luke Vessel to the auto spin curb. He's been spun. Oh, and he's reversed into Golub and taken Golub out. Luke Vessel wasn't even in half this race. Well, the race so far. And it ends up taking out Golub in the process. And Stoll Crusher really pushing really pushing Luke to the line on where his track limits were. And then just that. As Trench with a dive bomb of the century. And to be fair, it worked, so I can't really moan at that. It worked. It was a good dive bomb. And I like this helicopter cam. Oh, Crazy Trooper right on the back of Button's back. Right on the back of Button's back. That's a great sentence. The Crazy Trooper really wanting to get that position. Button's back with with more ERS, but not but spending it more than Crazy Trooper is. Lightning Poker is also closing in on Stoll Crusher. It's only a 1/10 gap. Will Lightning Poker and Stoll Crusher have an instant like Stoll Crusher had with Luke Vessel? As we can see here, Lightning Poker looking on the inside of Stoll Crusher, trying to defend well. He's gone wide again. Lightning Poker's taken this opportunity, and Stoll Crusher is down again. I think Stoll Crusher just has a problem with the end of that first sector, as he lost quite a bit of time. And also only to Stoll Crusher, but to Luke Vessel, not only to Lightning Poker, but to Luke Vessel as well. As we're just with Brown coming up to Radion and Eau Rouge. He'll have DRS on Trench. I don't think it will be enough though. Crazy Trooper has also lost quite a bit of time to Button's back. Just over a second he lost there. But Brown again, the DRS not super useful. Luke Vessel does overtake Stoll Crusher in the pit lane. I think this might let Hotshot get back into the race. And he will be going to the end on his hards, I presume. But looking at it, Stoll Crusher from 6 laps on softs, going straight to the mediums. Hotshot here at the bus stop chicane. Stoll Crusher out of the pit lane. But unfortunately, Racing Point is very, very close to the end. Hotshot does not have enough to go and make the overtake. But I think the real question now is, can Stoll Crusher take his mediums to the end? Because if he can, then great. If he can't, he has to pit yet again for a fresh pair of softs or mediums, depending on what he wants. And that will then cause him to... so not Hotshot pitting again, Stoll Crusher pitting again. And that will then cause him to, need new tyres. Oh, as Trench goes very, very wide there. Brown making full use of that and getting past him as well. Trench now back down to 3rd position. But it's really a good strat at Belgium to do this. Where the DRS straights are so close together, you can really get a run through Eau Rouge. Oh, as TTV's taken himself out, it's a virtual safety car again. I mean, Trench actually gaining on Brown here through this virtual safety car. Speeding up in the sections where he knows he can. Lightning Poking taking full advantage and going into the pits as well as Luke Vessel. But TTV are now out. Dark Knight will move up to 11th. And we've already had 6 retirements from this session so far. I mean, not as many as Quali, but still quite a few. Especially with F1 standards. I don't actually know who's capitalising on this more. Whether it is Trench or whether it's Reese and Brown here. I mean, Reese has just gained quite a bit of time from this as well. DRS has been re-enabled. And away we go again. So Jigsamoto just saying he's going to do some illegal stuff that FPS does not condone. However, we understand it happens, and there is nothing legally we can do to stop it. Skull Crusher's retired as well. Oh my. I mean, he's trashed out Rouge as well. That's another driver out, and we're down to 10. We are down to 10. Brown into the pits. Trench back into second. With free clean air. And all he has is a wee Reese in front of him. 7.5 seconds away. Buttons back staying out. Crazy Trooper staying out. Mayor Man. Super Fighting Robot. Mayor Man. Points for everyone who finishes. Yeah. As Buttons back gets a time penalty here. And oh, Mayor Man is with... Oh, it's with Dark Knight. Crazy Trooper still close to Buttons back. Quite a while away. 1.7 seconds though, and he will gain that very, very quickly. As there's a yellow flag in Sector 1 again. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is the yellow flag in our Sector 1? I don't know because I can't see it. Okay, oh well. Doesn't matter anyway. What matters is the fact that Crazy Trooper is here and Williams could get a very dominant win today. And it's possible for a 1-2, I'd say. Very, very possible. But Trench is the big flaw in that logic. You know, 7.4 seconds behind Reese on slower tyres. 9 seconds, well, almost 10 seconds in front of the other Williams, who's on the same tyres. As Wee Reese goes into the pits, Trench will be staying out. I mean, there's no point not staying out. Really, what you want to do is, if you can, take the softs as long as possible, whilst they're still better than the mediums, and then take the mediums again as long as they can. Take the mediums just wherever you can, as Crazy Trooper will be out in front of his teammate. Some team tactics will be in order, as Reese will most likely be using the DRS from Crazy Trooper. Brown 8 seconds behind Reese. Oh no, Reese didn't get any DRS. Ooh. Mayorland though, out in front of Buttons back, taking his 5th position. So Reese does just need to get into these tyres a bit and make sure they are fully functional. And he does have a 11 second gap now to Trench to close down. So you can confirm the stops at about 18 to 20 seconds. So Trench needs to get a decent gap, or at least one of the same, to really have, well, one of the same that, you know, he had with Reese, to stand a chance, I'd say, of, you know, getting a good overcut. Button's back, 3.3 seconds behind Mayo Man. Reese just in DRS range of Crazy Trooper, which is surprising, really. I thought Reese would have been very, very quick on these tyres, but in fact, coming out of the pits hasn't really done him many favours. He wasn't in the perfect position. He just needed to be a tenth or two faster on one lap or over all the laps, just so he could have got DRS. And I'm pretty sure he would have overtaken Crazy Trooper a lot earlier if he had that, as Mayo Man goes into the pits. But as we can see, Reese is just using the DRS to try and gain up to his teammate. And Crazy Trooper won't want to hold him up, but Crazy Trooper is also fighting for his positions as well. You know, he wants that win, he wants second place, he wants whatever, as Button's back is out of the race. And as we can see on our right, well, we will see it on our right hand side here. No, we won't. We won't see it at all. Oh, there he is. Button's back out of the race as Reese gets past Crazy Trooper. Williams 2-3. And it's looking rather juicy right now. Hotshot and Dark Knight in their own little races. But the rest of the field know what's going on here. With Button's back now out. Really, for Red Bull, their only hope is Brown. I'm not sure what the rules are to say on DNFs, so I won't really give my opinion. But Button's back is out. And as we can see, a Crazy Trooper just using the DRS. You know, resetting the fastest lap, but Crazy Trooper staying behind him, keeping as close as he can. You know, any little advantage that his teammate can give him will be a good advantage, as Reese is now 9.1 seconds behind Trench and counting. And again, Trench will have the problem of overtaking Crazy Trooper if Crazy Trooper stays out an extra lap. But if he doesn't, then, you know, Trench will be fine and in second place. So it's all about the pros and cons, really. That's all I'm going to say. Looking at pit stops though, we can see that Lightning Poker doing pretty well on a 2-stop. If it's only on a 1-stop, he'd be a lot closer to Brown. So that's good for him. As for position changes, all these guys either staying where they were or moving up positions. That's because of how many DNFs there have been. But Crazy Trooper definitely the best race so far. And you know, he earned half of his positions, so currently he does seem like my driver of the day. As Lightning Poker, the 3-second time penalty, don't think that should affect him too badly. We're just sticking with Crazy Trooper as Reese is now 7.9 seconds behind Trench. Fastest lap yet again. If I was Trench, my thoughts would be box, 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 box. So, yeah. That's how I take this situation. Time to box. Get on some fresh softs. Go to the end. You know, you can take them 9 laps. So, go do it. You know, Trench will, I wouldn't say got lucky, but the times there were virtual safety cars, it's quite obvious that Trench may have lost more time to Reese. So, in fact, in the situation he's in, he's quite lucky. but he needs to capitalise on it. And in my opinion, he needs to pit this lap. Like, there's no other way of saying it. He needs to pit. I just don't think he... And realistically, he needs to get as many laps on the softs as possible, as yes, he does. He has pit. Oh, and just on the line there for the speed. We will see Reese come past the start-finish straight. His teammate into the pits too, not holding Trench up. Trench onto the softs. Brown is by the pit straight. He's in front of Crazy Trooper. He is in front of Trench. Brown has played this cut well, and Trench has actually been screwed over, not by Crazy Trooper, but by Brown instead. Which means there could be a four-way fight here for the win. And that's assuming that all these got catch up to each other. I know Crazy Trooper and Trench have the pace, but Brown's not going to play a defensive game forever, as Dark Knight has retired, which means we're down to 8. Just under a third of the drivers we started with. And to call out a safety car at this point would basically be giving Trench or Crazy Trooper the win. So yeah. .3 seconds is the gap between Trench and Brown. 1.7 the gap between Mega Man and Luke Vessel. Brown seems to also be gaining on Reese as well. Now that may be quite interesting too, because if Brown can gain onto Reese, then we definitely could have a top 4 battle for the win. But Brown doesn't want to get held up in Trench's affairs. I don't really think Trench wants to get held up with Brown. But this overtake may be the most important overtake of this race. Apart from the one for the lead, if it happens. There's a yellow in Sector 1. I think it's Hot Shot. Yeah, it was Hot Shot. Don't know what he was doing. I was just having a coughing fit. Is Trench in DRS range? Yes, yes he is. But he's not going to get any. Oh. That's kind of sad. Mega Man has been overtaken by Luke Vessel here. Will he go for a move back round Luke? Luke's on the older tyres. Mega Man with DRS. Close, but I don't think there will be a move yet. However, I do expect Trench to be making a move on Brown very, 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 very soon. Yeah, both drivers very confident in their abilities. Brown third in the championship, Trench second. Wee Reese, who's in first right now, first in the championship. As Hot Shot here moves out of the way for these guys, letting them fight. I think Brown was slightly slowed down by him, but hopefully not too much. Trench may try it into the bus stop chicane. Brown not giving him too much room. Trench has gone for the dive. He's got the inside line. Trench has got that move done with the DRS too. Trench up into second and fastest lap as well. And now it's 6.9 seconds between him and Reese. Crazy Trooper beating that though. With a nice 146.6. It's now Trench and Brown racing each other, racing up to Wee Reese. And if I was these guys, I wouldn't worry about fighting each other, just catching up to Reese. But Brown is trying to make the move back. The gap is now 5.4 seconds. Trench really on a charge. Reese holding up his ERS though. Trench, again, doing the same thing. Very much what everyone does. Brown, oh, you can see 1.3 seconds. The second Trench is allowed to spread his wings, he goes for it. And this is the strat for him. As we can see, it's already 4.8 seconds. It's coming down so much here. Crazy Trooper also pushing down that gap on Brown. It's the fight to get to first and the fight to get to third. And it's quite exciting. Have to admit. As Reese may have just had a really good first corner there as he's gained up to 5 seconds away. So yellow in sector 3. Don't know who it is. Oh, we can see on Lightning Poker screen. Nobody. Oh, it's Hot Shot. Oh, his Trench gets a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be costly. Reese with only 2 warnings. Trench with a penalty. So he now needs to gain 8 seconds in total. Hot shot onto the softs. And yeah, Trench very much has a lot to do here. You know, he has got to gain on Wee Reese by so much. At least 2 seconds a lap. I mean, unless Reese sets a penalty, then it's about a second a lap. But still, it's going to be hard. But as we can see, Trench has just gained up quite a bit here and is now 4.7 seconds behind. If he can make it to about 2 seconds by the end of the next lap, he should be able to be on the back line. Let's say 3 seconds by the next lap. He should be able to be on Reese by lap 20. Have overtaken him by lap 21 and just get that distance away. But it all depends on what him and Reese do. As we can see, Trench is going faster. He was 2 kilometers per hour faster going across the line than Reese was. He has got the pace in him. We know Trench does. Oh, but with mistakes like that, it's not going to help. Has that just handed Reese the win today? I think it may have. But Trench is back on his feet. Or wheels, or whatever you want to call them. Oh, the gap's now back down to 6.4 seconds. And Trench has to re-overtake Brown. Crazy Trooper with a 3-second time penalty. I think it's the battle of a second here. Brown versus Trench. Crazy Trooper might get involved. Not sure if it'll be enough from him though. And as we can see, Trench unfortunately bossed on the yet. There's only a few laps to go. Ooh, the dive there almost working. Yeah, sorry I keep doing really long breaks from speaking. I mean, like 5 seconds, but you know. It's just, I'm pretty sure I've got something in my throat. And it's just stuck there, and it's hard to talk with it. But it's okay. As Trench goes up the inside. This tournament is famous for these two fighting each other. Trench back in front of Brown. With 3 laps to go. I mean, Trench has got a penalty. Brown also has a penalty. Ooh. Ooh. Luke Vessel into the pits, kind of letting Mayor Man get the position on him there. Don't know if Luke Vessel has the speed to get back. I mean, I don't even know. Does he? Maybe. Oh, you get a fastest lap. Is that worth it though? Or should you just focus about beating Mayor Man? I mean, come on. Like, I don't understand Luke Vessel. Had a nice good lead in front of Mayor Man, but decides to go fastest lap, which will actually technically lose him a point if he can't re-overtake Mayor Man. Yeah. Makes sense. Actually, speaking about gaining back up, Trench is 4.3 seconds behind Reese. Yeah, if Reese gets a penalty, I would say this race is on. You don't call it it's over until it's over, but you definitely have to wonder how this race could have gone. Right, it's 3.2, 3 seconds. Already we can see Wee Reese in view shot. Lightning Poker also going into the pits. Which technically means Luke Vessel's plan was not for nothing. And it's 2.3. Trench really putting it into high gear. Reese is trying to, but he just can't. Trench, on the other hand, is now down to 2 seconds behind. Lightning Poker overtaking Mayor Man. Actually, no, is he? Yeah, he has. He's kept in front of Mayor Man. And you can just tell that Trench is really gaining, and he is doing everything in his power to gain up to Reese. I mean, I'd be surprised if he actually made this and got the move done next lap, but he might. And with this incredible speed, going from 4 seconds to 1.4 in a lap, he is certainly lapping faster than Reese is. I mean, if any man is doing fastest lap at the moment, it is Trench. There is no doubt in my mind, it is Trench. I mean, no way. Is Trench about to get DRS here as well? 0.9. 0.7. Hey, no, he didn't. No DRS for him. But I mean, look at the pure speed coming out of this Ferrari. He is right behind Reese. And he needs to make that overtake fast. Doing it this lap is what's important. Where, I don't know. He's making the move here. Around the tree. But he's made the move. He's made it. He's made it. He's made it. He's made it. Trench is in first. Trench is in first. Brown's got another penalty. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I was reading the comments. They said Steel Crusher isn't the best. And I was like, oh, that's a big oof. Reese has got a penalty too. Oh no. Reese. Trench has currently got the lead. And he's lost it by 8 tenths. The penalties even out. Reese is now down to second officially. As there is hot shot in a wall. Waiting for our three leaders. Crazy Trooper closing in on this battle. I don't even know if he'll be able to join it, but he may get Brown depending on penalties. So let me just check. Crazy Trooper has 2. Brown has 2. Reese has the 1. Trench has 1 as well. So the top 2 fighting with 1 penalty each. The next 2 fighting with 2. I mean, it's tight and it's close. I think if anyone's going to get the move done, it may be Crazy Trooper. I really think he's pushed so hard to get to Brown here. And the way he's driven, he deserves a podium. So does Brown, if I'm being honest. Like, there should be podiums for the top 4. Because both of these guys have driven their hearts out today. You know, Crazy Trooper coming out so many positions legitimately, rather than just being, you know, not in an accident. Brown defended really well, attacked really well, been an all-around amazing driver today. I really don't think it's fair that only one of these guys sits on the podium. I mean, the driver who it will be looks certain more now. But I can tell you who's taking that top spot. It is Trench, as he comes through in first place. Reese in second. Brown in third. Hot Shot for Crazy Trooper, sorry, in fourth. I don't know if it'll be Hot Shot next across the line. I think it is. Hot Shot taking him 8th. Lightning Poker will be the man to take home 5th position at this moment. Didn't get a fastest lap, neither did Luke Vettel. And Luke still has a chance to try, really. And so does Lightning Poker as well. I can't rule them out. But still, Lightning Poker coming into the bus stop chicane for the final time this season. And it is not the fastest lap, it is at 5th place though. Mayor Man, the man who didn't go into the pits, keeps 6th position that he stole from Luke Vettel. Luke Vettel went for fastest lap and lost 1 point from it, so he just got fastest lap. So really, I think Luke was the worst off there. But well done to our winner Trench. Well done to Reese in second. And well done to Brown in third. Well done to every driver out there. And even though he didn't get on the podium today, my driver of the day is obviously a Williams. So well done, Crazy Trooper. You are my driver of the day. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you next week.